I'm gonna struggle through a metaphor here. Um, like most Americans with a home, a house with a garage, Nora and I have a abundance of items in our garage that we just don't know what to do with. Right? We don't here in North Carolina. It's not common to have basements. We don't have a basement where we can just store things. We have kind of a smaller attic space, but it was suggested to us that we don't really put a lot of stuff up there. It wasn't really made for storage. So, we put like the Christmas tree up there and some Christmas decorations and some luggage. Right. Nothing, not really a lot of weight. So the garage is lined with boxes and totes and things that we don't really use. And, we've been in North Carolina for what, 4 years? Yeah, does that seem right? 4 years? Four? I don't know. 3 years. We'll say 3 years. And there's been stuff that has just lived in the garage for 3 years. And there was stuff that lived in the basement when we were last in Minnesota. And so there's stuff that's just has been effectively out of our lives, only in our lives when we need space or when we have to move it to a new home. And so there's options for storage in garages, and Nora did some research and found a guy who was willing to build some storage up above the garage door in our garage. That's where the garage door would be, of course. And so it's kind of like a horseshoe shaped around like the sides of the door and the front of the garage. And there's whatever, it's like 3 feet deep and 3.5 feet high, and rings the front of the garage like that. And the idea is we can put these bins and totes and boxes and stuff that we generally don't need. And that's the key word. We don't need, we don't use, thereby giving us more room to have bikes in locations in the garage where we can also still park in the garage. Which is nice. It's, in the summertime, it's super hot, and it's nice that the car doesn't get to be, 4,000 degrees inside. And in the winter and fall and early spring, it's chilly, but not terrible, right? It's not bad. But it's also, we, occasionally you get frost on the windows. Always getting, dew on the windows, and kind of that weird foggy thing that never really clears up until you've driven for a while. So it's nice just to be able to have the car in the garage and not have to deal with those elements. And, we're paying for this house, and we have paying for the garage. We might as well use it for our vehicles. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is I'm trying to make a metaphor, an analogy for these boxes and like our mental state, our mental health, right? I mean, we've got this, we'll call it baggage. It's not baggage, but baggage is a better term for it. That of stuff that we just don't use. We don't have any use for. We hang on to because maybe one day it would be nice to have, or we hang on to it because we've just always had it. And what, we don't take care of it. We don't do something productive with it. We don't incorporate it back into our life. We're unwilling to part with it. And this got me thinking last night as I was driving home from work that, that's like emotional baggage, right? I mean, the stuff we carry around. Well, I guess I should just talk in first person only. Stuff I carry around that I don't have use for, and kind of baggage and bad feelings about myself, and bad feelings about what I've accomplished in life or what I've done in life, or how I've failed in my mind as a dad, and how I don't work. I'm not as good a worker employee, member of society, things like that. Just stuff that I don't need to be hanging on to, and rather than deal with it and purge it or make use of it, I just store it above my garage. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of a strained metaphor, but yeah, it just kind of struck me, and I wanted to get that out there and get some feedback. Let me all know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what you think about this idea of stuff we hang on to in our emotional minds, our minds, our identity that we don't need, we don't have use for, but we still hang on to. So, yeah, hey, it's Saturday, November 21st, 2020. And as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. All right. So it is Saturday. Did I say Saturday or did I say Sunday? No, I can't remember. Ooh, I hope I said Saturday because it is Saturday. I am sitting at the trailhead waiting to go on a run. And I ate poorly this week, so I'm a little anxious about going for a run and it feeling terrible. But I'm going for it. I'm going to do it. I spent this last week, I was traveling. I was in Virginia, and yeah, and it was busy week. I did work 60 hours, I think it was, all in all, and I actually have a little bit of work to do today after I run. And so it's just been a busy week. It'll be 7 straight days of work for me, which, it is what it is. I don't have hobbies. I don't have a social life. So what else am I going to do? Do a little bit of work. Catch up on some podcasts while I'm driving to and from places in North Carolina. And yeah, so, and I'm trying to get something done, get something planned out, to take a little trip early next week. But we'll see how that works out. I haven't heard back from the boss lady person who I reached out to about this, and I guess it shouldn't surprise me. We're really poor as a company at planning things out and giving heads up to people. But yeah, hopefully that works out. I think it's a good choice. I think it's a good opportunity. But yeah, I'm gonna stay cryptic about it and not really let you know what it is until it happens. And yeah, so my oldest is driving down here to North Carolina right now, on her way from Michigan to her mom's house, and will be here with her boyfriend, and their 2 dogs for the week of American Thanksgiving is coming up this Thursday. And it's yeah, we're kind of I don't know what the word I want to say is, but kind of not really following specific guidelines, as far as with the pandemic and coronavirus, COVID, all that, as far as her coming down. But it's going to be a Thanksgiving dinner of 5, right? And I'm throwing my viral load into the mix by hopefully going out to see them tomorrow. Be my chance for the year to see her and her guy, and I'm willing to do that. And right or wrong, good or bad, evil or not, I don't know. That's what I'm doing. And I will feel bad about it while I'm doing it in some ways, but I will feel perfectly content to get to see her. So that's what we do as dads sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. as I talk about it, I really feel badly about it. I don't know what to do. Hmm, hmm. Yeah, the good guy, the nice guy, the science guy in me says, no, don't do it. But I don't know. This is the struggle we have here in America for sure. I'm not. I'm one of the folks who understands that things are happening and there's a better way to handle things, but I'm unwilling to do it. And there's another metaphor for my mental health right there. I know I should, take better care of myself, work on my self-image, work on my self-talk, and I just don't. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't need to talk about it anymore. I'm not going to try to rationalize it away. I can give you 100 reasons why I think this is the right choice, and they're all just, self rationalizations. But yeah, so that's the plan. And like I said, American Thanksgiving is coming up next week, and Nora and I just talked last night about really not doing anything until my girls come the week after, and we'll do a little something then. I don't know. Thanksgiving is one of those holidays that I could just do without. It's just that's not my thing. Enjoying a meal is not my thing. Enjoying socializing is not my thing. So, and that's basically what Thanksgiving is. It's a big meal, be it turkey, be it ham, be it whatever. All the sides and the fixings, and families and good friends coming together. And obviously we're not, we've never been one to have a big Thanksgiving dinner, crowd wise, but I think part of the decision might be that hey, it's Saturday before Thanksgiving and we haven't even bought a turkey yet. So what are we doing? So yeah, there's that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So I, true to partial part of my word, I reached out to some more folks. It was nice to hear back from folks, and I still haven't talked to the Facebook folks, and I feel sorry. And I'm going to say folks a few more times because it's a folky kind of word. Yeah, I feel a little bit good about doing a podcast for a second week in a row. Is it a third week in a row? Maybe. But yeah, it feels. I was gonna say it feels nice that I'm doing something actually productive. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I mean, I'm 13 minutes in. I keep having to clear my throat. It's 42 degrees out, and it's chilly in the car. And yeah, hang on. I'm gonna go away for just for a second. Hey, I'm back. Did you miss me? So Christmas is coming up, and in general, I'm very poor at letting people know what I want for Christmas. I don't feel that I deserve gifts of any kind. I don't feel that people should spend their money or efforts on me. And so generally for the past while, I have just said, hey, give me Amazon gift cards in the appropriate amount that shows how much you love me. But this year I started thinking maybe I should make a list, and I don't know. It's weird to me because I feel bad. I feel badly about like Nora did a smart thing. She started Nora's Christmas wish list on Amazon. And this makes sense. This is a good idea. And so I thought about doing that. I even have a list titled JP's Christmas List. And yeah, I feel bad putting anything on it. Like I'd like, a pair, this pair of shoes, these Keens that are, they make different kinds of shoes, but these are kind of a sandal of sorts. It's more like, think like a rugged water shoe kind of thing that can be worn, getting wet and it doesn't really matter. And it's just, they're comfy, they're cozy. I like to wear them when it's warm. It's easy. I don't like to wear socks in general. So, but they're like $100, $120. And so I think, I feel bad. Like, I don't want someone to spend that on me. And then, like, I think, well, like, I want a wallet. Okay, well, I could put that on a list, but is someone really going to buy me a wallet? Are they going to, and I don't know. And part of me, like, I'm just feeling kind of tech needy, and like a new laptop would be cool, but now we're talking like hundreds of dollars, right? And there's nothing really wrong with this one that I use. The trackpad is kind of busted, but and there's this crack that's growing its way across the shell of the screen. So not the screen itself, but think the backside. So like if you close the laptop, the top, what you would see. And at some point that's going to be untenable and probably start flopping and whatever. But I don't know. I'm getting quiet here as I'm talking. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, these are things that I think about that I want to do for Christmas. Like the idea is I want to make it easy for people, but at the same time, I feel badly doing it. I don't know. Not a lot else is going on, really. Like I said, I was traveling last week and I worked a bunch of hours, and I was glad in one sense that they called me and said, "Hey, do you want to go? We go travel." And bad in another sense because it changed plans I had with the girls and takes me away from Nora. But like I think I talked about, it's really like it keeps my name in the minds of those powers that be, and I kind of like that. And every week we have this conference call, and every week they have the rep of the week, and everything they talk about, like the rep of the week is always someone who like travels and fills in where needed. Like that's the definition of like a good rep, a good person. So like the person who really sacrifices their own social life, family life, whatever, for work. And I'm not saying I want to be rep of the week, but it seems to be something that's valued by the powers that be. So yeah, I'm gonna actually I want to do an experiment, and like I'm gonna ask my contacts at Target, these people, these PMLs, property management lead, I think they are, is what their acronym initialism is, and say, hey, can you, like, hey Bob, can you this week send some feedback that I rock, and then next week, hey Jill and Johnny, can you send feedback on how much I rock, and just to see what happens. Like, and I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm really pushing the limits very much about this, because I believe they all do like me and they do appreciate the work that I do, and just not a lot of people are ones who would like give feedback on good service and good, like I do the little things, and this is true in life. Like I do the little things behind the scene that I believe will make someone's life easier. And like, it's just, I don't know, like it's not something that is, wow, that's amazing. JP came in and like he cleaned the whole store, or something way above and beyond. Just and just to see, I'm curious to see what will happen if I do this, and will it look suspicious. That's why I kind of want to spread it out week by week, because I don't like, hey, all 8 of you guys send an email now. and it would look contrived. So maybe every other week, maybe every 2 weeks in a row, and then skip 2 weeks or something. I don't know, something. It just sounds fun to me. And plus, to see, like, I'm curious to see how that information, if it gets back to me, like, is it actually, like, does it bubble up and then drip down back to me? That, hey, we heard this nice comment about you, and way to go. But yeah, boy, I am rambling, and I still have this frog in my throat. So let me remind you how you can get a hold of me. Jamulke@gmail.com, facebook.com/Jamulke, @Jamulke on Twitter and Instagram, www.jamulke.info. That's JAMOALKI. Or you can text me here in the U.S., 248-648-1419, or anywhere in the world on WhatsApp, +1 248-648-1419. And let me know what you got going on. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how fall and or spring is treating you. Yeah, Kate, I hope you're doing well, and hopefully we can chat soon. Claire, yeah, I want to be on your show, and you need to come on my show. I just need to figure out a lifestyle where I have time to chat with somebody who's 5 hours different time zone than me, who has a life of her own. Go figure. Yeah, that's going to be it. I'm going to call it there. I thank you all for listening. I thank you. Those of you who have kept listening, who have reached out and said, hey, glad to hear your voice this morning, or whatever. It does good things for my soul. And hopefully me yammering at you for 20 minutes on a Saturday morning is good for your soul. So yeah, until next time, everybody be safe and be well. Thanks.